What's up, folks? Jacob Rob AJ here. Today I'm here to shoot an album review. This album is entitled Extremist, and this is by Demon Hunter. I've known Demon Hunter for quite a few years now. They are a Christian metal band out of Seattle, Washington. Heard singles here and there, heard songs, but have just never fully been into the band. Came across this album, decided that I was going to pick it up and check it out. So I heard samples, liked what I heard, ended up getting the album, and definitely wanted to share my thoughts on this. Track number 1 is entitled Death. He's into a heavy track. And I definitely was impressed with the heaviness of the track. I definitely liked the drums, the guitar, and also the bass within the track. The vocals were outstanding as well. I felt like once the 56-second mark hit, it got real intense. Was a great way to start out the album and had a great chorus. Track number 2 is entitled Artificial Light. When I first heard this track, you know, when it started out, it got to about the 11-second mark and it had that classic trademark 80s metal type of vibe to it. And I was definitely liking the guitars within the track. Artificial Light ended up being my second favorite track overall on this album. I thought it was going to be my first when I listened to it. Definitely thought it could be a single, and then later found out it was a single. I like the guitar, drum, and bass at the 42-second mark of the track. I thought the track had a real good chorus in it. I like the lyrics at the 122 mark of the track. Heard it all, connection lost, we're standing by, artificial light. Also like the lyrics at the 138 mark of the track. Doesn't break the model, I can feel it in my bones. Nothing shattering my world, no. And Clark extends his vocals when he's saying my world and then he says no. It felt like the track really showed how much power he had behind his vocals. Then there was a nice guitar solo from the 315 mark to the 338 mark of the track. And definitely a track that stood out, definitely one of the best tracks on this album. Track number 3 is entitled What I'm Not. I like the intro of the track. I didn't like the chorus of the track at first. I like the lyrics at the 259 mark of the track. I just like how the lyrics are done and how the lyrics are saying how the rest will go. Track number 4 is entitled The Last One Alive. This was my favorite track on the album. Man, so much went on within the track. I thought it had a great chorus. I thought it had a great bridge. Definitely thought it was an intense track. Love the guitar in the intro of the track from the 3-second mark into the 20-second mark of the track. I definitely thought it could be a great single. I love how Ryan Clark starts out the vocals, Did Anyone Survive? And it's like real melodic and, you know, kind of intense with the way it's said. When he says those lyrics, you'll actually hear a guitar behind it, and it just kind of adds to it and makes it that much better. I swear I heard your voice beyond this side. Does anyone still try? Lyrics that just really stood out to me during that part. I love the lyrics at the 57-second mark of the track. It had that classic 80s metal type of vibe to it. Again, it goes into the chorus after that piece. Whether I'm the last one alive or sin before my time. Better I'm the last one alive than a soul denied. Track number 5 is entitled I Will Fail You. I thought this track was okay, but I didn't think it was a good track to kind of follow the previous track. And I felt like the energy level kind of went down after hearing this track. Track number 6 is entitled One Last Song. You'll see the heaviness pick back up. I like the guitar and the bass. I love the chorus. One last song to sing. One final decree. Track number 7 is entitled Cross to Rear. Both heavy and intense. First heard this, I was like, this is going to be the mosh pit song. This is one where you're going to see circle pits and everybody fighting when they hear this track. I like the guitar and the bass at the 23-second mark of this track. Love the breakdown at the 54-second mark of the track. With the way his vocals extend at the 54-second mark, it kind of reminds me of Andrew, the lead singer from Project 86. You hear the drums, the bass, and also the guitars at the end. And you know, you don't hear any vocals during that whole part, but with the way it ends, it just ended so good. Track number 8 is entitled Hell Don't Need Me. I thought this track was okay. I was hoping this track was going to be a lot more intense, but it wasn't. Track number 9 is entitled In Time. I love the intro of the track. I like the drums, I like the guitar, I like the bass within the track. Heavy and intense. Then I like the guitar from the 258 mark to the 310 mark of the track. Track number 10 is entitled Beyond Me. I felt like this track kind of had that metal speed vibe to it. Track number 11 is entitled Gasoline. I was anxious to see how this track was going to come out, just, you know, looking at the title alone. I thought Ryan's vocals in the track really stood out and kind of grabbed your attention when listening to this track. I thought it would make a great track for them to play live since it's pretty heavy. Track number 12 is entitled The Heart of a Graveyard. I thought it was a good way to end off the album. It was a good intro, and I liked the way the production was done on this track. Overall, I thought the track was just okay compared to the other tracks on this album. But overall, there were 12 tracks on this album. Definitely a good listen. I was very surprised with how great the album was. So far it's been one of the best metal albums that I have listened to this year. I definitely think it's a good look for Christian metal bands. I'm not saying there's not any good Christian metal bands out there, but a lot of them sound alike. They're either too heavy or they're not heavy enough, and there's never that middle ground with a lot of Christian bands that I see. Demon Hunter, they definitely surprised me with this album. I was expecting a polished sound from them. Lyrics was great. You know, the sound of the vocals were melodic, and it just all mixed well. Also had great guitar solos as well. If you do have this album, what was your favorite track? What was your least favorite track? If you are a Demon Hunter fan, what is your all-time favorite album by Demon Hunter, and where would you rank this among your other Demon Hunter albums? But until next time, this has been Jacob Rob AJ, and I'll see ya.